You must reroll in Soul Leveling Arise if you want to ensure you get a good, solid start. I'll cover every single thing you need to know, and I'll give you all the available coupon codes for the game and how to redeem them. First off, emulators do not work for this game. Do not even bother trying them. As of the making of this video, they are completely blocked by Netmarble. If anyone says they work, they are just sending you over to their affiliate links to get that bag. And real quick, for the global launch of the game, I am doing a $100 giveaway to either the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, or just sent to you directly. Just drop a comment down below on this video to enter, be subscribed to the channel, that way you don't miss out if you've won, and drop a like to show your support. Now, speaking of the client you should use, I highly recommend you do not use a PC client for rerolling. The PC version does not have the option to do guest logins, which is insanely important. With guest logins that both the Android and iOS versions have, you are able to play the game without using an email, unlike the PC version that does force you to log into the game, either by using an email or a Google account for example, so you have to make a new email every single time you want to reroll, which is not the fastest option. Unlike the guest login option, you can restart your account as many times as you want. There is actually a specific button for it. This is the button here. It's known as the reset account button. Do not mistake it for the delete account button that's there as well. What the reset account button does is it basically puts you where the tutorial was last finished, so you get all your resources back, meaning you can reroll insanely fast. So the ideal way to do this is to download the game on your phones, for example, to do the tutorial on iOS or Android, get your Essence Stones and free summon tickets in, and then attempt at least 20 summons. That's what I would generally go for. You want to do 10 summons on the regular banner that has Emma and Jiwoo, for example, and then one multi-summon on the rated banner that's available. On the global release, it will be for Cha, so try your best to get her, as she is a solid unit based on what we've seen so far. For your regular banner summons on your rate up list, ideally you want to put Emma, Jiwoo, Plum, and then your last choice can be anything you really want. If you want to use light units that go with Cha, you can get Yunhu or the single healer we have for light. Those are generally your best grabs for a solid early game experience. Personally speaking, I absolutely love using Jiwoo. She carries me in every single aspect of the game, so she's the unit I would personally go for, alongside a weapon for Jinwoo, such as Plum as I mentioned earlier. The Huntsman is good as well. You do get Scythe for free in the game as you complete the challenges based on the story and other aspects of the game, so you do get 2 dupes for those, so I wouldn't make it your primary focus, though getting it up to a 5 is obviously not bad. You do get bonus precision and other stats, but that is up to you and depending on what you summon early on. The rates are a bit low for summons. I believe the base rates for a specific SR unit is 0.06%, so it's tough getting the unit you want, but when it comes to the rate up banner, it's basically a coin flip whether or not you get the rate up banner summon, or you get some random SSR. That's how the rate up banners work, basically a side pity system. If you don't roll them initially, you will get them on the next SSR summon, so something to note there. But with rerolls, it might take you a very long time to do. Again, the summoning rates are very low, so you could spend over a day just rerolling over and over again just to get 2 SSRs. I wouldn't do this for multiple days, since the game does give you rewards going forward. Every time you log in, you get more rewards, and you can get more keys as the daily login does reset, so please don't force yourself to reroll. If you get even 1 SSR unit, that's a solid start. If you think about it, if you start playing the game and you get an SSR unit right off the bat, you basically saved up to 80 summoning tickets. That's how much 1 SSR unit could take. The minimum is generally 63 summoning tickets, so rerolling is a must in my opinion. You get more value as you start, so you don't have to rely on a pity summon to be your first SSR unit. That's not the best way to do it, since it is very difficult to get SSR pulls in this game. It took me a long time to get a good set of summons, so that's just my personal recommendation. And for coupon codes, I'll put them up on the screen here. Some of them might expire by the time the game does release, but here are some of the available ones here. You have to go to the account setting page, and there will be a redeem code button right there for you. Some of you may not have this button, and if you don't, you will have to visit the website and put in your player ID, which is located at the top of the account settings there. This long ID here, you would use that to manually get your code. I'll have the website linked in the comment and description box below. That way you can easily use these codes. Again, some of them might be expired. We don't don't know as the game hasn't been released just yet, but you should use them. And when you are doing your reroll process, I would always first do your 10 regular banner summons. That way you know if you get something good, and if you do, get a solid SSR start. Again, like Plum or Jiwoo, Emma for example, are all good options. Once you see you get a good SSR, you would then get enough Essence Stones to redeem them for the Rate Up banner. The Rate Up banner uses 250 Essence Stones per one ticket, so you would need 2,500 Essence Stones to get one multi-summon in, which should be very easy to do on launch. If you go to your inbox, you should get a bunch of Essence Stones there. The daily login as well provides some Essence Stones most likely. Again, there will be a lot of rewards in the beginning. If you go to your missions tab as well, as you do the rerolling process, you will get more Essence Stones and other rewards, so make sure you click anything that has the red dot icon at the top. That could mean for more Essence Stones and more summoning tickets. I highly recommend you do that, and make sure you only do multi-summons in the beginning. That way you are guaranteed an SR at least. Try not to do single summons, and if you are close to another third multi-summon, depending on how many rewards we get, I recommend just hopping into the story and doing the first few chapters. It honestly doesn't take that long. That way you get some summoning tickets by completing the stories themselves. You'll get rewards from the challenges, and you'll get a bunch of Essence Stones for clearing the missions and also clearing the bonus missions each one has. So try to keep an eye out on those missions. Each story mode comes with 3 separate missions. I believe they give around 15 Essence Stones each, somewhere around that mark, so do keep an eye out for those. A lot of them will just require extreme evasion and beating the missions under a certain time and using hunters with specific typing. And one thing you should know is in the beginning, they do make you do a multi-summon. That multi-summon does not net you any SSR pulls, so don't worry about restarting back all the way to the tutorial to get that one free multi-summon in. You're always going to get that one SR pull and nothing else, so don't waste your time on that. That would be a huge time sink, and I'm sure you would realize that once you do the multi-summons over and over again, realizing you're not getting any SSR pulls. So yeah, that should give you a very comprehensive review of what you should do when rerolling. Again, you must do it. I don't recommend playing if you're not going to reroll the game. That's honestly why Netmarble did put the reset account button there, making things so much easier for you to do that. So try your best to get one SSR at least, a weapon or a solid hunter that I did outline. Don't get discouraged if you don't get the hunter or weapon you want right away. It took me multiple days of rerolling to get the account I want. That's how difficult the rerolling process was. It was not easy at all, just because the rates are insanely low. So again, do your best, don't sweat it. The game isn't going anywhere, so get your rerolls in, but don't take too long, of course. If you find that you're only getting one SSR and you're not getting that second one in, just stick with one SSR pull and play the game and enjoy it. Otherwise, you'll have a miserable time rerolling. That's exactly what happened to me. Anyways, I hope that helped. Drop a like if you enjoyed, comment down below if you have any suggestions, and be sure to subscribe for more Soul Leveling Rise content. I will be streaming on the global launch, so do check that out. This is Zaf signing out.